Who's to blame for the slaughter of 17 people at the Marjoy Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida? You? Me? The NRA? Or is it President Trump because of his support of the Second Amendment? Perhaps it's the FBI for not following up on the shooter. Or maybe, just perhaps, it might be the mothers, fathers, and neighbors in Parkland who chose to ignore the disturbing feedback and menace of the killer. Oh, indeed, there's enough blame to go round. However, it's disgusting to watch the men and women who might have stopped the slaughter in Parkland rushing about to lay blame any place but where it may belong. Predictably, the howling from the usual suspects demanding even more restrictive gun control, and ultimately the final striking of the Second Amendment from the Constitution, has risen up like the stench from a city dump. The gun grabbers and the media have begun their usual wailing with the logic of an idiot child to try to sell us the notion that guns are bad and that our children are being held hostage and murdered by the GOP, the NRA, and its bullheadedness. You know, it's time we stop kidding ourselves. There is an all-out tug of war to eventually prohibit, ban, and deter the legal ownership of firearms in the United States of America. Today, it's the AR-15, the so-called weapon of choice by the mentally twisted, but don't you be misled. For instance, in Denver, Colorado, the city council is close to proposing a ban on all semi-automatic handguns in the city. After every slaughter, the gun grabbers swarm like maggots to an open sore, demanding the breakup of the NRA and the disarming of Ken Hamblin and you, Joe and Jane Doe. Yep, it's become just that personal. What now? Do we lock our doors and shutter our windows and hope for the best that rational thinking will overtake the gun grabbers? Fat chance. Don't you go counting on it. 1, I believe the time has come to declare open warfare on the left-wing mainstream media. 2, don't let yourself be isolated in the defense of gun rights. Support the NRA at nra.com. 3, telephone your representative in Washington and pressure your representative to pass national reciprocity legislation at 202-224-3121. And I want to extend my deepest and most sincere sympathy to all the families in Parkland, Florida who lost a loved one.